and welcome again to another Cryptic Tales. Tonight, I have a good story for you. It is called The Witch of Oak Manor. Halloween had been one of my favorite holidays, but in my town of Oakwood, they seemed to hide away and lock their doors, all due to the town's urban legend. Her name is Annabelle Chambers, but to the people of Oakwood, she's called the Witch of Oak Manor. On a Raven Road near Hollow Lane sits an old manor that still stands even after the house was set aflame. Oak Manor was home to one of the richest families, the Chambers. William and Lily Chambers was known for their kindness in their day. While William was a high-ranking member of the church, Lily was known for her duties as the doctor who would help the rich and the poor. It was the birth of their daughter, Annabelle, that changed everything for the Chambers. There was something special about her. It began to scare people in Oakwood. The child was said to be able to do inhuman things at a young age, which only became stronger the older she got. It soon became a problem when the odd things started happening which could not be explained. At the age of 16, Annabelle was dragged from her home by the church and townfolk, being burnt alive as her parents did nothing but watch, helpless to do anything. Even poor William and Lily suffered a horrible death when their house just set aflame one night while they slept. Now the town believes that the ghost of Annabelle Chambers still haunts them, and every Halloween, Oak Manor is closed off, and while kids still get candy, the town has banned everything else on Halloween. I was only 7 when I found out the truth of Annabelle Chambers. It was a cold Halloween as I waited for my friends on the front porch of my home. "Hey, Liz," I looked up to see my 2 friends, Aaron and Beth. I was excited. This year was the first year my parents let me go trick-or-treating, and tonight I was on the hunt for all the candy I could get. Since the town was small, there wasn't much place to go, and the curfew, it didn't make it any better for candy collecting. "Wow, you're brave," Aaron said, pointing at my homemade witch's costume. It was true. The town did not like when someone dressed up as a witch, but they truly never said we couldn't do certain costumes after all. I just laughed at the 2, as they looked confused. "What is it, too much?" Aaron and Beth were always the same thing every year, fairies. Aaron was dressed in pink, while Beth was dressed in blue. We stepped off the porch and started down the drive, knowing all the candy was waiting for us. From house to house we went with candy bowls, sitting at the door, asking to only take one. It seemed like the time had gone by, and bags full of sweets weighed down our arms. Heading home, we were too busy talking to notice the loss of lamplight, and the cold wind that seemed to pick up. Beth almost jumped, seeing the front gate of Oak Manor standing before us. "Oh no," Beth said, unsure of what to do. Aaron just looked like a child in a candy store. "I have an idea," she said with excitement in her eyes. I knew from the look she gave I would not like what idea she had. But without waiting for an answer, she gave and grinned. "Let's go see if we could catch Annabelle, guys." My heart dropped. I knew I didn't like the idea. No, we could get in trouble," Beth said, shaking her head as she took a step back, looking around now. But I watched as Aaron just found a hole and climbed through. "Aaron, stop!" but she was too far into the grounds before me and Beth followed, trying to find where she went. The grounds around the manor was unkept and overgrown. An odd smell made me gag, but even Beth seemed affected as she walked next to me. "Aaron!" I called again, but still nothing, just the quiet wind that seemed to haunt us. We walked around the grounds until we got close to the house. It was only half standing with burnt wood laying around it. "Wow, do you see this?" I said, looking over to Beth. She seemed not to see the house, but she was shaking, pointing with utter fear in her eyes. "I saw something." It only made me feel uneasy as she seemed to start to back away. It was then I knew the truth as Beth's mood changed. She just had a weird smile on her face. "Beth, are you okay?" She stared in the direction that she was scared too much to walk. I knew something was wrong. She walked to a garden opening and stopped, only to look lost. "Beth?" Before I could step towards her, she let out a scream that even a spirit would be scared of. The air around me became cold, but she just stared into the garden, not saying a word. The wind picked up closer, but we got to the center where a huge tree could be seen. "You shouldn't have come here." I turned in terror. There, in the tree, hung Erin, her body just swinging back and forth in the wind. Beth now seemed back to herself as she screamed out, "No, Erin!" It was then me and Beth saw her, Annabelle, sitting below Erin, just looking at us. I've never run so fast in my life as Beth not far behind me. We didn't look back until we got to my front porch. We never spoke a word. The next morning, Erin's parents was greeted by an officer with the sad news. "So if you come to Oakwood, please don't visit Oak Manor."